right, and we're also going live on Facebook. All right, good evening, good evening. All right, so we've got folks live on Zoom, we've got folks live on Facebook. All right, so I know Zoom can hear me. Facebook, if you guys can hear me, can you please let me know in the comments? I just want to make sure that I can be heard in all of the places. Good evening, good evening. I am so excited to show you the brand new Bookkeeper Training School 2.0, and we're actually I'm going to show you behind the scenes. Like, we're literally going to dive into the course area so you guys can see what you're going to get, what this all looks like. We're going to go over the modules that you're going to get, the bonuses you're going to get, and there's a whole bunch of bonuses actually. If you've been to the sales page, there's a whole bunch of bonuses that are not even listed on the sales page. So I think that is, like, I want to show you all that stuff so you know what you're going to get. And we've got on the Facebook page. Let me just change the settings so that the waiting room's off. Okay. All right, great. Yay. All right. So let me, I'm going to start because I think this is the thing that people really want to see, and you guys can let me know this. I think I'm going to start with actually showing you guys the what the members area looks like, talk a little bit about what you get, so that way you can see, because I think when you buy a course online, I think the scariest part is like going in and saying, oh my God, there's nothing, there's nothing here. There's not what I thought was going to be here. So I'm going to start with that, if that's okay with you. So let me share my screen so that way you can see. Okay. We'll have a recording through Facebook. So yes, we are recording. Thank you, Anita. So I've got a couple of my team members here too as well, who are going to help you guys if you've got questions. I'm also watching the questions in the chat. Let me just make sure I've got my chat up here for Zoom. So if you have any questions at all as I'm going through this, please feel free to stop me. But this is what you're going to see when you log into Bookkeeper Training School. One of the things that people really loved about the old version of Bookkeeper Training School was the roadmap, because we told you exactly how to go through the course and what you needed to do. The problem with that is that we had all of these bonuses and all these things, and so you're clicking in between things all the time. And so when we updated the course, we wanted to minimize you having to go back and forth between different modules. So what we've done is we've taken everything that we thought was essential to the course and we put it in Bookkeeper Training School. And so you notice you're going to get four components here. There's Bookkeeper Training School, which is the main course. BTS 2.0 bonuses. These are all of the bonuses that you get for the course. We'll take a look at those, but we've really tried to go through and say, okay, what is going to stop you from being successful? And we have created a bonus for that. Okay. You also get the Empower Bookkeeper Network, which is our support system. You're going to get 6 months of that. And then there's also bonus content with Empower Bookkeeper Network as well. So you can either click on the picture or you can click on View Course to get into the course. Okay. And here is the content. So there's an orientation module. Now, when you start the course, everything is locked except for the orientation. So I'm showing you the unlocked version. Okay. You have to do an assessment, which they're super easy.'re just kind of knowledge checks to make sure you're paying attention. But we put those in there so that you couldn't skip around the course. Okay. We really think it's important for you to start at the beginning and go through the course. Okay. So right now there are 6 modules in the course, and we're actually developing a 7th module. Okay. That is going to be released very soon, but you're going to have an orientation. The orientation talks all about what's in here, getting the most out of the course, where to get help. Like we really try to break things down into very short, digestible bits for you, to make it as easy as possible to get through the content. Okay. You'll also notice here that there's a glossary of important terms. We have some recommended reading lists, things to listen to like podcasts, membership groups. But if you go in here, there is, so I'm just going to show you. So there's a welcome video. There's always a description in here. So we put in content. In many of these, there are attachments in here as well. We give you shortcuts to our podcast. The podcast is really designed for the members of Bookkeeper Training School as supplemental content, but it is open to the public. We try to make it really easy for you to ask questions. So we actually have an Ask Kristen form that you can fill out if you've got questions for the Q&A. We also have a text line as well that you can text when you have questions. All that is included with the course. And so we use all those questions on our live calls. Okay. Let me show you, I'm just going to hop back. And let me show you, oh, it's actually telling me it's locked. So hold on. Let me go back in. All right, so now let me show you what the first assessment looks like. Okay, so these are just practice exams. So this is only one question. What is the only way you cannot get help in Bookkeeper Training School? Okay, so you can ask in the circle group. Okay, so the cool thing with Empowered Bookkeeper Network is we actually have two groups. We have a Facebook group and we have another group that's off of Facebook on a platform called Circle. We just talked about the askkristen.net form. Message Kristen directly on Facebook. That might not be the way to get help. Show up live on a Q&A call, or you can text for help to our text number. So I'm going to say directly message Kristen on Facebook and click submit. And I pass the assessment. So like I said, the assessments are not designed to, to be really, really difficult. They are designed to help you go through the course, okay, and make sure that you are watching the content. So now I should be able to go into module 1, and now module 1 is unlocked, okay? So I just want to show you what one of the course items look like. So in all of the modules, we always put in information so that you guys have a summary of what's in the video. We put in, if you have questions, how to ask questions, because we want to make it really easy for you to get the help that you need as you're going through the course. Okay, so you notice like this video is only 2 minutes long. We try to keep a lot of them really, really short. And we also try to keep them so that if you want to go back through the content again, it's really easy for you to find what you're looking for. Now, one of the things that I really like about the course is that this course is not designed for you to be passive. The course is designed for you to be active. So in the first 2 weeks, you are going to start setting up your business, okay? Because then once you get through all of the QuickBooks training and the QuickBooks certification, hopefully by the time you get through that in module 3 and 4, you're going to start marketing your business, okay? So in module 1 and module 2, as you're going through there, you're going to be actually setting up your business. Then we spend 2 modules learning about QuickBooks and getting certified. A lot of people ask me, do you actually teach bookkeeping? Yes, we actually teach bookkeeping. So in understanding business is all about learning about how business works, okay, with some basic accounting. Module 3 is about working with QuickBooks, learning the software, signing up for the software. Module 4 is about getting you certified in QuickBooks so that you have that credential. The QuickBooks software is free. the QuickBooks certification is free. Okay, if you listen to anybody else's presentation and they're talking about QuickBooks and they say that QuickBooks is included and it's a $2,000 value with their course, QuickBooks Accountant version is free. Okay, and if you have not gone through our new free training, I actually tell you how to find the free subscription to QuickBooks if you're a bookkeeper. Okay, so if you have not gone through that training, you can go to bookkeepertrainingschool.com and sign up for that. Okay, but I just want to be completely honest with you guys. Anybody can go and get the QuickBooks software for free. Anybody can go get the QuickBooks Online subscription for free. You just need to sign up for the Pro Advisor version. Okay, and anybody can take the QuickBooks certification. Again, it's free. Okay. Once you do that, then we're going to start talking about marketing. We're going to set up your entire marketing structure. Okay. So that means your Facebook page, your LinkedIn, optimizing your personal profile. We're going to show you basically how to get everything set up so that in module 6, you're going to be out there actually networking. So I'm going to show you how to network locally, how to network online, what to do to start those conversations. What do you do to keep those conversations moving? How do you get somebody on a call? What do you say on the call? Like, we literally walk you through all of that in the modules. And then module 7 is all about onboarding. So once you've gotten somebody to say yes, now what happens? And so we're going to walk you through what to do, how to get them onboarded, the systems that we use to do it. Most of the systems are free or very low cost. And we've done that throughout the entire course. We've really tried to keep this so that the additional investment other than Bookkeeper Training School is very, very low. Okay. Let's go take a look at, and if you guys have questions, again, let me know. I know that there's a whole bunch of you on Zoom and there are a whole bunch of you on Facebook. So if you have questions as we're going through, please make sure that you put them in the chat. Okay. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at, let's see, actually, let me go this way, this should work. Oh, okay. So I'm going to click library to go back to my course. And so let's go look at the bonuses. So what do you get in the bonuses? I know for a lot of women say, I don't have the time to do this. We're giving you our time mastery method. And again, we're not making any of this mandatory, but when you come to us and say, I'm struggling because I don't have enough time or I don't have enough energy, we're going to direct you to the bonuses that you need. And those bonuses are there. I will tell you from my experience running this course for almost 2 years, and I've also taught this time management material to college students. I have had hundreds of people come back to me and say this was one of the most valuable things that they ever learned. A lot of the women who have taken this course have said that the time mastery method was one of the most life-changing things that they've ever done, because it makes you look at your time. And I think as women, we're not really realistic about our time. And so I would highly recommend that when you buy the course, one of the first things you do is you dive into the time mastery method if you struggle with time management. You're also getting the Mastering the Discovery call, which lines up with the content from week 6, all about entries, which is all about how to do journal entries. Not necessary, but super helpful when you are a bookkeeper. Client onboarding, you're going to find everything that you need to onboard your clients. Understanding payroll. So I know I get a lot of questions about, do you teach payroll? I teach you understanding payroll, how payroll works. Again, this is a bonus. I also teach you how to minimize your liability in payroll by working with a partner. Okay. And there's a great company that we recommend that we love using And so there's information about them as well. But I want to make sure that you understand what's going on behind the scenes. So I think that's important. You're going to get our pricing calculator. This is an Excel spreadsheet that's going to help you calculate the price of every single client. The business startup checklist. This is a great checklist, not only for you to use when you're setting up your business, but also to make sure that your clients are set up properly. I think there's this misconception when people join the course that business owners are going to know so much more than you because they're business owners. One of the most shocking things for a lot of my bookkeepers is how little their clients know about running their business. And so this checklist is a great thing to run through with your clients. And then you're also, and this is, I love this so much, the pre-launch marketing plan. This is a marketing plan that we've put together that you start using from day one in your business. So the day you sign up from the course or for the course, you should do the first post. And that is, and literally, I'll tell you guys what the first post is. The first post is, oh my God, I'm so excited. I just started a bookkeeping course. I'm going to get certified. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get started. And you're going to put that on your Facebook wall. And the purpose of that is to announce to the world, like, you are doing this. And I know you're probably sitting there going, Kristen, why would I do that? I just signed up for a course. What if I fail? Okay. The wonderful thing about this is most people see an outpouring of support from their friends and family. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful to see. We've had so many people come back into the group and say, I can't believe it. Like, I feel so energized. Lots of people have come back into the group and said, I have leads. I have people who want to work with me when I'm ready. And so it's just really cool to see how energized people get after doing that first post. Okay. The vast majority of our students get their first client from a connection that they currently have. And so by letting people know that you're doing this, they can be your eyes and ears out in the community to help you get started. And so that's why I think that those pre-launch posts are super important. And I don't know about you, but like, I love following new businesses. I love seeing what my friends are doing with their businesses. And so listen, it's not salesy. I know, some of you might have friends that are in direct sales. They're not salesy posts. The posts are all about, hey, what banks do you like in the area? It's having people go on your journey like, hey guys, I'm going to take my certification exam. Could really use, some good vibes from you or some prayers from you as I'm doing this, and help get, a group rallied behind you to help support you through that. So you're going to get 28 days of pre-launch marketing posts. Okay. So that's awesome. I love that as well. So again, I'm just going to go back. I'm going to go into my library. And this is the Empower Bookkeeper Network replay. So people always ask me, okay, what is the Empower Bookkeeper Network? This is our support network for you. Now, when you buy Bookkeeper Training School, you're going to get 6 months in the network. You are going to get access to the Facebook group and the Circle group, and you can decide which one you want to be active in, or if you want to be active in both. Circle is a private community that is off of Facebook. So I know some people, they don't like Facebook. They don't want to spend a lot of time on Facebook. I'm one of those people. But we also had a lot of demand for our members that wanted a community on Facebook. So we have both. So you get 6 months to be able to ask questions, get support, see what other people are doing. People are learning so much from the group that it's just awesome to see that. And honestly, they're the most supportive group of people I have ever seen online. They cheer for each other. They pray for each other. They cheer each other on. It's amazing. You're going to get all of the replays for, like, this is amazing. You get every single replay we've ever done. So if you get through all the course and you decide, like, okay, I need more Kristen, because who doesn't need more Kristen, really? You can watch 2 years of replays. They're all here. Okay, we've recorded every call we've ever done. You get the entire library. You're also going to get the library of all the monthly coaching calls that we've ever done. And we do a coaching call every single month. A lot of it is mindset, marketing, getting out of your own way, time management, all of that stuff that is really going to help you. Now, one of the things that's really cool, you're going to say, well, Kristen, there's so much content. Like, how am I going, how do I find what I'm looking for? We have this awesome tool that is called Searchy. And what Searchy does is Searchy takes all our video and creates transcripts of them, and then allows you to be able to search those transcripts. So you can literally come in here, type anything you want. So I'm going to type in payroll. And what this is going to do is this is going to give you, we can do, if you want long videos, short videos, how old do you want those videos to be? So I'm going to clear the filters and I'm going to hit search. Okay. Let's see. And sorry, I've not used this new floating thing yet. All right. So Jeff, help me out here. How do I get a response?
Should it just be press enter? I'm wondering if moving stuff caused the search to break.
Okay. All right. So let me see. That might be the case. So let me look up QuickBooks. Yeah, Jeff, can you check on that for me, please?
Yeah, I'm checking that now. I'm sorry.
Okay, so he's going to check out the links to the search, but essentially, when the database is working, you can search the entire course. So you can search for QuickBooks. You can search for, if you said, you know what, Kristen said something in the call last week about payroll, and I can't remember what it was. You can literally go in here. You can say, hey, last week, put in payroll, apply your filters, and go. Okay, so this is super, super awesome. I love this. The one search to rule them all. We also have random technical help. So like sometimes I'll be like, hey, Jeff, can you do a video on this? And they'll do that. We do new member meet and greets every single month. And so those are in here as well. So, and we're going to do, for those of you that join this week, we're actually going to do a meet and greet for you guys on Monday. To help you guys, go through any questions you have, go through kind of the best practices in the course. So that's gonna be Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Typically, with our coaching calls are usually in the evenings. Our Q&A calls are typically on Thursday afternoons. We've also started doing something too that's called working sessions. So I don't know about you, but when I'm trying to get things done, sometimes like doing work on a Zoom with somebody else where I just know that there's somebody else there and I'm not alone is really helpful. And so during the last boot camp, we started doing weekly working sessions, which is just a 2-hour call where people come in, they set their intention for what they want to get done. We all mute. Just on a Zoom call, just like those of you that are joining me on Zoom now, and we just work quietly. But there's something about like setting that appointment with somebody else and being accountable for that really, really helps. Okay, so Jeff said that it's working, so let me go back in here. So let me search for payroll. Let's see. Okay, and I'm just going to clear out the filters. And I'm going to hit search. Maybe I have to refresh it. Let me see.
Just press enter.
I did.
Say QuickBooks and
say QuickBooks.
That's so weird.
For me, it doesn't like me. It could be because I'm in an incognito window, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay. We'll look into that. We'll troubleshoot it for you guys, but it's an amazing tool and it really helps shortcut. Okay, so that is the Empower Bookkeeper Network. So just to review, because I know I kind of talked for a little bit, you're gonna get live weekly Q&A calls on Thursdays. And if you can't make it, you've got, remember I showed you all the ways that you can submit questions. You can, so even if you can't make it live, you can still get your questions answered, and then we put up the recordings in here within 48 hours. You're gonna get the working sessions, which are like, all the members that are attending those just think that they are amazing. And we're working to get some other members to host other working sessions for us. I would love to have working sessions going, 4 or 5 times a week. I think that would be awesome. You get the monthly coaching calls, the new member calls, and you don't have to be a new member to come. We often have some of our old members that come just for a refresher, sometimes to welcome the new members in. I like doing small groups in those when we have the time, just so you get to meet other people. So it's really cool. We're working on, just so you know kind of what's coming down the pike, we're working on accountability groups. That's something that our members have asked for. So we're working on the form for that and getting people paired into accountability groups. Sometimes I just do random working sessions during the week when I need to get things done. So when you join Bookkeeper Training School, you're definitely going to want to be on the text list. Because if I decide to schedule one, that's typically how I let people know. I just text the group. Those are just, like I said, the working sessions are amazing. I love them. So you get all of this, all of the support, the Facebook group, the circle group, whichever one you want to do. And you'll get 6 months of that included with the course. Okay. Okay. So Jeff has sent me a
screenshot I just took.
Okay, so that's a screenshot that he just took. So let me see if I can't put it over here. So I'm gonna have to do a new share. Okay, let's see. Bear with me 1 second. So Jeff put that in the comments in Facebook. I gotta do a new share in order to show that. And I gotta figure out where bear with me. I have one giant screen. There we go. There are my meeting controls. Okay, let's see. New share. And I'm going to share this window and share. So this is what it looks like. You get the results. So it's showing 25 of 383 results. Apparently I talk about payroll a lot in the course. And so you will see, but it's really cool because literally when you click on this, it will bring you exactly in the video where I talk about it. So instead of having to watch an entire video, it'll literally bring you right to that spot. I know Jeff is super, super proud of that. And so he wanted to make sure that I showed it to you guys. All right, let me see. Let me find my screen share again. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. So if you guys have any questions at all about the course, about what's included, about what we cover, I'd love to help you with that. We are currently running a promotion, and we're running that promotion through Sunday. And so the normal price of the course is $997 or 6 payments of $197. But until Sunday, because we're reopening the course and we're super, super excited about this, we are giving you $200 off. And so it's $797 or 6 payments of $167. And that is for lifetime access to Bookkeeper Training School and 6 months access to the Empower Bookkeeper Network. Whenever we do updates, so everybody that's in Bookkeeper Training School right now got Bookkeeper Training School 2.0, even if they were not in Empower Bookkeeper Network anymore. We've just decided like that's something that we want to do. When we revamp the course, you guys get those updates for as long as we're updating the course. We have been doing this for we've been doing this for 2 years now. And we absolutely, I absolutely love what we do. I had 2 students contact me today. One of them did it through the Facebook group. She just got her 7th client. I think she's been in the course for about 90 days. And it's funny because, you know, people ask me, you know, what happens if I fail? What if I fail the certification? What do I do? We have about a 90% pass rate the first round that people take the QuickBooks certification exam. And we have 100% for people who take it the second round. Okay. But we had a student that she failed the first round, and she did exactly what I told her to do. Because I say, if you fail the exam, you are going to you're just going to start with module 5. You're going to build your marketing. You're going to start marketing. And when people ask you, you say, I'm in the process of getting QuickBooks certified. And most business owners, they know that certifications and training, that's a process, right? And so they understand that. So she went out, she got 7 clients. She had a ton of discovery calls. She had more stuff in the pipeline. She worked her butt off. And the second round, because you have to wait 60 days to take another round of the exam, she passed. And so, but the cool thing was she didn't wait, right? She took action. She did what we told her to do in the course. And by the time she passed, she had a really nice book of business. I also had another student reach out to me today, and she's in Alaska. She's in a very, very remote area. And she wanted to reach out to me to let me know that she also has 7 clients. There's something magical about 7. I don't know why. But she's got 7 clients, and she's almost matched her pre-COVID income. And now she's working from home, which means she's saving a ton of money doing it. And she's just so ecstatic. So super awesome about that. Okay, so a couple questions I've got in. Why is now the right time to do this? So I get this question a lot, and I also get a lot of people who ask, aren't there like a ton of bookkeepers? Because I'm not the only bookkeeping program out there. Here's the thing. We kind of have this perfect storm in accounting right now, where there aren't enough people graduating with accounting degrees. And when you, most of the people that are actually graduating are getting pulled up into the big firms. There are officially four big accounting firms that are national firms. Those firms are basically taking all of the accounting graduates. And so the small business market is just, there's nobody there. And so bookkeepers, tax professionals, we have a huge shortage of people right now. Add to that, to the fact that in the next 5 years, 25% of the people who service the small business market are retiring. Okay, the average age of a tax professional is 65. And so all of those little small firms that you kind of see, all those folks are going to be retiring. So we desperately need bookkeepers. We desperately need tax professionals. And I'm actually starting to work with a company to help get some training for that also. But it's really critically important that we get people out there. The reason I started this course was because I had a whole bunch of people that came to me and said, hey, I'm looking for bookkeepers. Do you know any? And I'm like, well, my firm is full. And no, I don't really know any. And so we've been training bookkeepers for about 2 years now. Okay. So let me see. What if I failed accounting in college? So actually Jeff failed accounting in college, and Jeff is the first person that I taught the SPA method to. Jeff has done bookkeeping for my firm for probably the last 10 years. And he was actually the first Bookkeeper Training School student that I had. So here's the thing. If you don't like numbers, if you don't like math, the way that bookkeeping works today, bookkeeping is more of a software job than it is a math job. And so if you can run a computer, if you can do data entry, you can do this. And we are going to be here to walk you through every step of the way. Okay. I'd love to see some reviews of moms with zero bookkeeping knowledge that have taken the course and now feel confident doing bookkeeping. I feel so apprehensive moving forward and kind of silly thinking that I can pull this off. I've been a stay-at-home mom without a college degree. Is this really possible? Okay, so I'm gonna share with you. I'm gonna do a screen share here. Okay. All right, so this is from the sales page, and Jeff put the link in the comments in both locations. Lorna Bailey, before she came to us, she was a virtual assistant. She had no bookkeeping experience at all. Tracy McManus had no bookkeeping experience at all. Rachel Wright had no bookkeeping experience at all. Lena Elizer was a graphic designer. Let's see. Kate Ashton was a virtual assistant who worked with Dubsado. Chris Mims was a bookkeeper before she joined us. And she joined us to learn about marketing. She actually ended up leaving her job. She's giving her notice this week. Or I'm sorry, she ended up leaving her job and she's actually now hired another bookkeeper. Beth Ann is the one that she is getting ready to leave her job, which I'm super excited about. Erin Harris had no bookkeeping experience before she came to us, and she is like, I'll tell you, she's a superstar. She actually ended up being mentored under another bookkeeper and is doing phenomenally well. Kayla, no prior bookkeeping experience. Let's see, Jennifer Davis, no prior bookkeeping experience. Let's see, Melanie Curtis, no prior bookkeeping experience. The vast majority of our students, okay, I would say 90% of our students have absolutely no bookkeeping experience when they come into our course. Okay. They don't have, many of our students do not have college degrees. Courtney Tucker, the one I was telling you about, that she failed the exam and got 7 clients and then passed the exam. Okay, no prior bookkeeping experience. Let's see, Jessica M. Jessica is absolutely rocking it. She is one of my superstar students, and she's really, she really steps up and helps a lot of our students. No prior bookkeeping experience. Like I said, the vast majority of our students have no prior bookkeeping experience whatsoever. And frankly, and I'll tell you, like, Jeff had no prior bookkeeping experience when he started either. I mean, at some point, listen, here's the thing, bookkeeping and accounting are really 2 different things. And even those of you that have an accounting degree, it is so not useful for doing bookkeeping. It's really not. What they teach you in an accounting degree is really applicable for bigger businesses. It's not applicable for small businesses. We have, and I don't know, do we have any? I just want to go through here real quick. So one of my students, and I don't know if we have anything from her in here. Do we have anything from Lauren in here? I'm not sure. I think on the
Lauren
other
Bailey, it was what the first person you were
no,
showing.
Lauren. No, I don't see. Okay. So I think she's in one of the emails that we send out, and I think she might be on the other sales page. So Lauren Daniels came to us, and she was so worried when she first started that she was not going to be able to do this. And she had all the fear, you know, and she was saying, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I'll never forget that. I'm just a stay-at-home mom. And we were talking one day, you know, here's the thing. It's like, I know a lot of you are like, I want testimonials, you know, I want to talk to people, you know, get students on video. So our page probably gets like 20,000 views a month. And like, I don't know about you, but if I came to you and said, hey, do you want to go on video and talk to 20,000 people? Most of you would probably say no. But what I encourage you to do is come into the group and ask people how they're doing. We offer a 30-day money back guarantee. If for any reason you don't like the course, you don't want to, it doesn't work for you, just email support@bookkeepertrainingschool.com and we will give you your money back. Okay. Simple as that. We give refunds. It's not for everybody. Some people don't have the time. Some people get in and they get really, really overwhelmed and they get scared and they leave. Most people come in and they're really scared and they stay, and we walk them through and we get them certified and we get them clients, and it's awesome. So it just, it just depends on how you handle that. But I'll tell you, my team and we have poured ourselves into this course, and we pour ourselves into our students. And if you go onto our page, if you go to facebook.com/allkristeningram and you go through our content, you'll see comments from our students. They love the course. We love on them. We take care of them. We answer their questions. Like some of them, they keep me up at night, right? Because they'll ask a question and I'm trying to figure out like, okay, what are we going to do with that? How are we going to work the situation? We really care about our students. I have never seen a course at this price point that gets what we pour into our students. And trust me, we've spent a lot of money over the years on courses. I know a lot of people who've created courses to do different things. We just love what we do. So, and like I said, if for any reason at all, if you go in and you say, you know what, nope, not for me, we'll give you your money back. Okay, 30-day money back guarantee for any reason whatsoever. Again, let me go down and just show you guys. Okay, it's right on the page. You can read the whole thing. But yes, we'll give you, we eat the PayPal fees. We eat the Stripe fees. Okay. Let's see. How many hours of QuickBooks training do we get? So I think that there is, between our training and what QuickBooks gives you as part of the certification, I believe that there is about 40 hours of direct training in modules like 3 and 4. And then we also, there's times in the live calls where we pop open the sample company and I walk you through things. There's advanced things in some of the EBN bonus training. So I would say total, I don't know, there's probably maybe 40 to 50 hours of QuickBooks training in the course. Plus all of the other, okay, you have to understand like how a business is set up, right? Because you can't really set up QuickBooks if you don't understand how a business is set up. So we go through, what is an S corporation? What's a partnership? What's a sole proprietorship? How is the accounting for each one of those different? And we also give you, cheat sheets and everything for those. Okay, let's see. All right, so family A signed up. Hey, it's so good to have you. And if you could tell us your first name, that would be awesome. Okay, so I think I have answered all the questions that you guys have put in the chat so far. Let's see. So
I just put your Lauren thing in Slack.
Okay.
It was in the webinar. Lauren Elizabeth.
Okay. All right, awesome. So let me find Slack. Sorry about like all the things. Okay, so let's see if I can download this and open this up. Okay. All right, let me just zoom in on this a little bit so you guys will actually be able to see it when I share it. Okay. So yeah, this is great. I love Lauren. She makes me laugh. She is just amazing. Hold on, I gotta find the right. Okay. All right, so let me show you guys this. So this is a screenshot that Lauren posted, and she said, exactly 1 year ago today, I purchased Bookkeeper Training School and began my journey. It's amazing to reflect back and see how much I've learned and how much I've grown in confidence. I've created my business, gotten certified, had 11 paying clients, given out 10 other estimates, which gave me a ton of experience with pricing and sales, and most importantly, the opportunity to learn from Kristen and all of you. Just an encouragement to those who are just starting, keep asking questions and don't be afraid. I promise it's worth it. And it's really funny. So, people ask me like, how many clients do people have and how much money are people making? And like, we don't survey our students with that. We wait for people to, to kind of tell us. And so it's funny because I actually responded to that. I'm like, I didn't realize you had 11 clients. And she's just doing awesome. And it's funny because, so when she joined the course, she friended me on Facebook, and the types of posts and the confidence that just exudes out of this woman now, is just like, the change in her has just been amazing, just absolutely amazing. And that's one thing that I see over and over again is I see women who come into the course who are like, I'm never going to be able to do this. I'm never going to be able to get clients. I'm never going to be able to help people, and then the day that you see them like start answering people's questions in the group, because now they're confident enough to put themselves out there, right? And now they're the teacher. Like, that is one of the most rewarding things ever. I absolutely love it. Okay, so let me see, because I saw another question, so hold on. May I ask what the income potential is when someone is comfortable with the program and it has increased their business to working approximately 6 hours a day? Okay, so the method that we teach, and we go over this in the free training, we have you set your pricing so that you are effectively making $300 to $600 per billable hour. Okay. And we go through that, in the free training, but essentially the way that it works is that we teach you how to really optimize the software so that you can do the work super quickly. There's a video in the course where I show you how we did the bookkeeping for our own business in 13 minutes a month. And so when you use the strategies that we teach you to really automate the work and do the work really quickly and efficiently, you can charge for a client that takes 15 minutes a month. You can charge anywhere between $97 and $147 a month for that client. You're going to work on that client once a month for 15 to 20 minutes, have all their work done, and charge them what most people are charging now is $147 a month, right? So when you get enough clients, right? And honestly, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to work 6 hours a day billable time. It's not going to happen, because you're going to be meeting with new clients. You're going to be networking. You're going to be out there in your community. So honestly, most people are probably maxing out at about 2 to 3 hours a day billable time. But when you're doing 2 to 3 hours billable time, you're looking at, a couple $1,000s a week, easy, and then multiply that out, times 52 weeks a year. But I will honestly tell you that the likelihood that you're going to do 6 hours of billable time a day, not going to happen. Because it's not so much that the work is hard. It's pretty boring. The average person can effectively work 2 to 3 hours a day. A lot of the rest of what they do, especially in an office environment, is not going to be as effective. So I typically tell people that their max productivity that they're going to get, and there's studies on this. In fact, I'm rereading a book called Deep Work by Cal Newport. And most researchers will say that you're really only going to get about 2 to 3 hours a day of maximum productivity. So but you can make a great living doing that. And if you want to work more than that, frankly, what I would consider doing is at that point, I would build out an agency. So if you're really good at the marketing and you're really good at getting clients, there are lots of bookkeepers out there that don't want to do that part. And so if you're super good at that, what I would do is I'd keep getting clients, bring on other bookkeepers under you, right, to do the work. And then you're out there you're managing your firm. And that's when you get to like the agency part. So if you're working that many hours a day, that's probably where you would be. Okay, so I hope that that answers your question. Okay. All right, let me just check on the Facebook group again. Let's see. I mean, I'll tell you with what I do in my firm, I'm pretty much, I can do 2 to 3 hours a day before you get taxed out, right? And especially when you're on screens and it's just, that's just kind of how it is. You can try to pressure through and do more than that, but your efficiency is going to go down. Okay, let's see. So I think I got everything on both spots. Okay, all right, awesome. So so this promotion is running until Sunday. If you have not signed up for the free training and you want to take the free training before you make your decision, you can go to bookkeepertrainingschool.com, sign up for our free training. It's about an hour of training. Okay. And then we're going to go, we do go over what's included with Bookkeeper Training School again. We're also going to leave this video up on our Facebook page. So if you came in late and you want to watch it again, you can do that. Jeff is putting up the links. There's also a direct link to the sales page as well. And if you want to learn more about some of the bookkeepers that have gone through the program, there is more information about them in the free training. Okay. And so yeah, so thank you so much for joining us tonight. I will stay for a couple extra minutes in case anybody has any questions. I want to thank my team so much for being here and running the comments for me so that I could focus on answering your questions and going through all the material. And again, thank you so much. And I will talk to you all soon. Oh, thank you, Willow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Willow said great presentation. Thank you. Thanks so much. And hey, listen, even if you don't buy our course, go and like our Facebook page. I do tons of free content there. I do tons of free videos. We have a podcast. So stay in touch, learn as much as you can. And I hope to see a bunch of you in the course and on the new member call next week. All right, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.